Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Reddit reactions. Honestly, I've been on my game with Reddit reactions, and so yeah, I'm just gonna continue doing them, and everybody seems to love them. So welcome to another Reddit reaction. I hope you enjoy this one. Am I wrong for throwing out dinner in response to my boyfriend refusing to clean up after himself? I, 24 female, and my boyfriend, 26 male, tried to divide our chores as evenly as possible. We live together. He washes the dishes and takes out the trash, while I do laundry and cook dinner several times a week, along with packing him lunch. We both work similar schedules. He works 10-hour days, 4 days a week with a 2-hour commute. I work 8-hour days, 5 days a week with a 4-hour commute. Past few months, we've argued twice about him not cleaning up after himself. The particular sore spot are him not hanging up his bath towel after drying off, which caused it to get moldy and smelly, along with him leaving his clothes all over the ground. He knows this causes me a huge amount of stress and anxiety, and I refuse to do it for him because he is an adult. In the beginning, I'd ask him every single day, nicely and politely, to put his clothes in the hammer and hang his bath towel up. This would continue for several days straight, and I'd get frustrated and escalate the issue, pointing out that I shouldn't have to ask him to do this every single day. In response, he'd get mad, threaten to leave since he's such a horrible boyfriend, say he was going to put it away eventually, and that I was being a B-word. No, this is literally gaslighting 101. Today, I got off work an hour early, walked home a mile from the train station, and decided to cook us a nice pasta dinner. There was a pile of 5 days worth of his clothes on the floor, making me super anxious and annoyed. I avoided asking him to put them away the last several days in fear of arguing. Dinner was almost ready when he got home, and I confronted him. I asked him to please put them away now. He said in an hour. Proceeded to sit at his computer and play on his game. He complained his feet hurt even though he works an office job and he drove home. I told him please do it now. I walked home a mile after working all day, and it didn't stop me from making dinner for us. He said if you're going to hold making dinner over my head, just throw it out. So I did. I threw out a whole dinner of pasta and ground beef because I feel disgusted by the thought of someone who doesn't respect me or our living space eating food I exhaustingly spend hours making. He freaked out and said he thinks I have mental problems because wasting the food was unnecessary and that I'm erratic. Am I the a-hole? Not only are you not the a-hole, but you need to get you a new boyfriend as soon as possible and break up with this one. Because why are you, as a grown adult, your clothes are on the floor for how long? Enough for them to get moldy and smelly? That's disgusting. You're not a child that's being trained. You're a grown adult. He just wants to, basically, the thing is like, oh, and the gaslighting, oh, since I'm such a bad boyfriend, I was gonna do it anyways. He just wants you to do it. Like, this is literally just testing your limits, testing, what you're willing to put up with. And the thing is, like, eventually you're gonna just do it, and he's gonna see it, and he's gonna continue, and it's gonna be like a long road to misery and a divorce after 50 years. So you might as well just break up with homeboy today. Okay, next story. Am I wrong for making my brother move out after he told me he uses the sink to pee? My brother, 27 male, recently broke up with his boyfriend that he lived with for a while, and he asked me if he could stay with me, 24 female, while he's looking for a new apartment. I agreed, and he's been staying for around a month until this happened. I don't have a huge place myself, so he's been staying in my living room where I have a sofa bed. One thing I noticed is that he doesn't really keep it tidy, and often when I come back from work, I see a mess, which really bothers me because I like to come home to a clean place, which I do when I live on my own. The bathroom had also gotten a bit messy, and he actually doesn't offer to clean it even though it's mostly a mess he's made. I started noticing piss around the toilet and know for sure it's not me. I mentioned to him and he apologized and said he'll be more careful and clean it up. But he also added he thought I had thrown out pads, implying it was gross. It's a closed trash can. One day we were hanging out in the living room and he laughed at a TikTok and showed it to me. It was something along the lines of men peeing in sinks or whatever. So I asked him if he does that or if he had done it here, to which he laughed and said yes. I told him that it's disgusting considering it's not his bathroom he's doing in it, and I have probably touched the sink after he had done that. I kind of kept going and told him to stop doing that or start packing his bags. He said I was overreacting and called me selfish and that he's not dirty and this is not a big deal. He even told our parents that I'm kicking him out because he's messy, but he never said he peed in the sink. I'm aware that a lot of men might be doing this, but I'm not going to let it happen in my own bathroom that I clean myself. My parents said I'm being mean and didn't believe me when I said he pees in the sink, so am I wrong? Honestly, that's disgusting. I've never heard something that nasty in my whole life. Like, I've heard many times, even like in bathrooms in American malls, like when you go to the bathroom, when you go to the schools, they have like the urinal. Is it called like a urinal? I don't know how to pronounce the word correctly, where men stand and they pee. But I've never heard somebody peeing in a sink, that you wash your hands, that you wash your face, that you have your toothbrush around, that you have your facial stuff that you put on your face around. That is so nasty, because when he's peeing and your toothbrush is right next to him in the sink, is the splashing of the pee getting on the toothbrush and your other personal items? That is so nasty. What the hell? And she should kick him out. And if his parents feel such a strong, if they feel so strong about this, then why doesn't he just move in with them?